Hello to all of our viewers and another episode of Match Point by Dr. Adnan, and you are watching E-Awaz. Exclusive footage and exclusive coverage on Pakistan Super League Season 3. Again, I am here with a quick break and with a quick succession. Another new episode is here for you. A fresh news and news which will turn the tables around and which will make you at the edge of the seats regarding Pakistan Super League Season 3 if you are following, and I am sure all of you are following. So as usual in the program, first of all I will give you the headlines, and after the headlines we will start the show and we will go towards the end of the Pakistan Super League third leg, which is being played in Dubai and Sharjah, and we are only 2 matches away to finish the league in Dubai before the qualifier. But first of all, the headline. The biggest headline of my show right now, that all the tickets of the grand finale of the Pakistan Super League road to the National Stadium Karachi, the final tickets have been sold out. Yesterday all tickets have been sold out. Bad news for you and bad news for those who are planning to travel to Pakistan and there to watch the grand finale, and tickets, they want to purchase the tickets, but tickets are no more now there. All the tickets of the grand finale have been gone in 6 hours. This is the new record after the 1996 World Cup final in the Pakistan, when the tickets of any grand finale have been sold out in hours. So now this is the quickest to beat, the 6 hours, and all the national stadium have been sold out. And as per information which I am getting from my correspondent from the Lahore tickets have been also sold out. But the second eliminator, some VIP tickets are still there, but all the general inclusion tickets for the eliminators for the Lahore all being sold out. The next big news regarding the cricket and cricket in Pakistan. Cricket comes home. Ab khel javega. The big news for the Pakistan fans, as I told you, per Najam Sethi, the Pakistan Cricket Board chairman, that cricket is coming to the Pakistan. West Indian Cricket Board has agreed to travel to the Pakistan along with the players, and the final approval, West Indies is coming to Pakistan. But there is a little change of dates which I have told you on the last show. The last show I have told you the 1st of April, 2nd of April, then a gap, and then the 4th of April. But now there is a change in the plan, and now all the 3 matches will be in the successively on the 3 consecutive days, 1st of April, 2nd of April, 3rd of April. And I am reminding you that there is a no more April day, full day for the 1st of April, and there will be a definite match in the National Stadium Karachi. But this has been all done because of the death anniversary, and sometimes they are also planning for the anniversary of the Bhutto, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. Because of his anniversary, the original government of the Sindh, of the People's Party government, they have decided that all the direction will be towards his mizar and towards his fans, and they will be arranging, so they can't arrange 2 different things with the security persons and I mean the High Edge Pakistan Super League and the High Edge Pakistan West Indies series. If these all things will coincide together in the 2 weeks time, it will be a quite thriller for the police and the intelligence as well as. So that's why it is being moved earlier, so that to avoid 4th of April. So there will be no match on the 4th of April, and the West Indian team will be safely, inshallah, traveling back to the Caribbean after playing. So the shortest 3-day plan, and then they will travel back. And now another news, all the news regarding the PSL and the trophy. Pakistan Super League Season 3 trophy, anytime right now when I am doing the show, is about to reach in Pakistan. Anytime it will reach Pakistan for the unveiling, it will be ready, and then it will be traveling from the headquarters from the Lahore Qaddafi Stadium and finally to the National Stadium Karachi, where it will be handed to the luckiest captain. But we don't know who will be the luckiest captain. The Darren Semi will be the luckiest captain, Misbahul Haq will be the luckiest captain, or Imad Wasim. So still a time to come, or the team captain Sarfaraz Ahmed will be holding this trophy. No one knows, because there is a height of chakkar and dar chakkar in this Pakistan Super League Season 3. And what is the chakkar dar chakkar? This game plan chakkar dar chakkar I will give you in my headline news. But right now another news for you regarding the Karen Pollard, who was in the Karachi Kings before, the West Indian big name, a big man, powerful hitter, and right now with the Multan Sultans. And in the last match, ultimately about to win a game for Multan Sultan, but his teammates decided not to match his capabilities. That's why Multan Sultan losing the match. Karen Pollard became the third man in the history of T20 cricket to reach the milestone of 8,000 runs. Wow, take a bow, 8,000 runs. And Karen Pollard teammate Chris Gale is on the top of the list with 11,068 runs. He is at the top of the list. And then the Brandon McCallum with 8,980, the former New Zealand skipper and the World Cup finalist skipper, and right now the Lahore Qalandar captain skipper is on the second place in the most run getters in the T20 internationals. Now, the game plan. What's the game plan? Headline news, I want to give you this game plan. If you are a fan of Multan Sultan, or if you are a fan of Peshawar Zalmi, or if you are a fan of Quetta Gladiator or Islamabad United. If you are a fan of Islamabad United and Quetta Gladiators, don't worry, don't skip your beats, you are safe. You are in the final four. But if, I say but if you are a fan of Karachi Kings, if you are a fan of Peshawar Zalmi, or if you are a fan of Multan Sultan, then you need to hold your breath, what I am telling you. And you need to sit at the edge of the seat, what I am telling you. So I am telling you the game plan for the Karachi Kings first of all. Kings go first, so I will go for the Karachi Kings. I will give you two scenarios. Now, Pakistan Super League Season 3, Leg 3 is about to finish in Sharjah. 2 matches left. First scenario for Karachi Kings, I came and I brought for you. If Peshawar lose on Friday, Zalmi if lose on Friday, Kings will be through towards the final four. Second scenario, if Peshawar win, then Karachi need to make sure that they do not lose by more than 16 runs. If they lost the match more than 16 runs, they will be in the deep trouble. And either ways, they need not Islamabad to finish the match before the 2 overs. They at least need to drag the match in the last 2 overs. Peshawar Zalmi, if there is a team and if you are a Peshawar fan, dangerous scenario for you. There is a do-die for a Darren Semi fan and for the Peshawar Zalmi fan. What's this do-die? Peshawar must beat Qalandars to remain in the game on the Friday. If Peshawar wins the game, I will tell you later on what happened. Peshawar will be through, but it will be bad for Multan Sultan. Zalmi have to win. If Zalmi wins, they will cruise directly to the last 4. So a do-die game for Zalmi. An important thing in this scenario, an important thing for the Zalmi fans to know that if they lose the match, they will be out. They are not dependent on any other team. They have to beat. To remain in the tournament, they have to win the game. It's a must-win game. Multan Sultan, the third team which is in this trap, 2 scenarios I have brought for the Multan fans. Multan Sultan, first scenario, if Peshawar lose on Friday, if Zalmi lose, Sultan will be directly through, because Zalmis are no more chance of equality or no more chance if they don't win the game, as I told you earlier. So Sultans will be through along with the Kings, whatever the result of the Kings versus United. But there is a second scenario. If Peshawar wins, and then Multan also wants to come, and you remember that Multan has no more games, then they will pray that Islamabad beat Karachi by more than 16 runs. If Islamabad beat Karachi less than 16 runs, even then Karachi will be through to the last 4. to remain in the competition. Sultan scenario is this: they pray for the biggest loss of Karachi with the 20 runs or 18 runs or 17 runs. With less than this, Multan is not acceptable. They have to pack the bags back to Pakistan, but not to play cricket in Pakistan, but to go to their homes. So God knows who will go, but these are the three scenarios which I have told you, and this is my biggest headline news after the sold out match for the grand finale. And if you don't remember, I may also remind you, if you are a Gladiator fan or you are a Dreaded fan, again I am telling you, you are through. And if unfortunately you are a Qalandar fan, I have to have 1,000 apologies for you. Qalandars are no more in the business. They have to pack definitely their bags back to the Lahore, not for the eliminators, for their home sweet home. Afghanistan beat West Indies by 3 wickets in the ICC World Qualifiers at Harare. Biggest news and the crunch news: West Indies is almost through to the World Cups, but this is the second shocker from the Afghanistan, the new minnows of cricket, who are going to be play this season also against Pakistan. Let's see how Rashid Khan and the company and the Najib company behave with the rest of the teams. They are also the giant killers, and believe me, they will be the giant killers like the Sri Lankan team who came with the Roshan Mahanama and Rana Tonga back in the 1992 World Cup, and then progressing and finally winning the World Cup in 1996 for you guys against one of the cricketing giants, Australia, killing them in the Qaddafi Stadium, Lahore. And I am the eyewitness of that giant killer party when the Sri Lanka beat Australia, then one of the strongest nation and the reigning 1987 world champions in that World Cup in the grand finale. Purple cap is an honor for all of you guys. All of you guys are knowing there's a dream for the cricketers in the PSL to get a purple cap. Fahim Ashraf is now the leading wicket taker in the Pakistan Super League with the 15 wickets with his name, improving with every match he plays in the domestic as well as in the international cricket. His teammate JP Duminy, I want to talk about him. JP Duminy have said that Misbah-ul-Haq is the leading captain and he is one of the best. JP Duminy has told that Misbah-ul-Haq, he has not played under his captaincy or under his in any other international team, but JP Duminy is a fan of Misbah-ul-Haq, and he is saying he has also the captaincy likes, and he is having the all the qualities of the late Hensi Cronier, and JP Duminy is a big admirer of the team captain Misbah-ul-Haq, and he is saying that this fellow, knowing what work and what to achieve from his fellow guys and fellow team guys, he is knowing absolutely in his mind by keeping himself calm and quiet during the field, whatever the matches that is going on, whether the match is going in the favor of Islamabad United or whether the match is going against the favor of Islamabad United, and he is leading them with an examples. Hats off to Misbah-ul-Haq. Lahore Qalandar having a big news, not the big news that they are out of the tournament, but the big news that Narayan, who was the game changer and who throw the super over from the Lahore Qalandar and win a match for them. What a motivation for them, for the Lahore Qalandar. Sunil Narayan might be, he has been banned from the cricket once again. Yes, the big news, the last night game between the Lahore Qalandars and Kotak Gladiators, the umpires and the third umpires and the match referee has found some problem again in the arm of Sunil Narayan. Just as the saga goes back to the 2015 with the Saeed Ajmal and Sunil Narayan has again been seen with a suspected illegal bowling action. So ICC now will follow, and we will see what goes next. Lahore Qalandar also does not have some big matches towards the grand finale, so no more problems for the Lahore, but could have been the problems for Sunil Narayan. Ian Morgan, the new skipper and the starting skipper in the absence of Ahmad Wasim for the Karachi Kings, he has landed in Dubai for the match, and Ian Morgan has told that he is ready for the Karachi Kings, but he will not travel to Pakistan if Karachi Kings go and qualify for the last 4. So big blow, psychological blow for the Ian Morgan, and he said that he is available for the Pakistan Super League leg which has been played in Dubai and Sharjah, but no more for the Pakistan, because he He didn't say that Pakistan is unsafe. He gave the reason that he was quite busy during the winter season and the December, and he was away from the family. Same reason what the Kevin Peterson and the other English players gave. And they said, and Colin Graham also said the same thing, that he is away from the family and he needs to spend some time with the family. God knows he will go or not go. But if he is not going, so what? JP Dumini's a name from the Islamabad United, and all the names of the Misbah-ul-Haq hopes, whether it is Ronki or whether it is JP Dumini. JP Dumini vows to go to the Pakistan, whether they go to the Karachi National Stadium or whether they go to the Lahore Qaddafi Stadium. JP Dumini says, wherever Islamabad will go, I will go until we win the trophy. What a man and what a motivation for Islamabad United. Pakistan most test run getters Yunus Khan have been blessed with another son. A good news from the Pakistan camp, but yet to know that whether he will become another 10,000 run getter from Pakistan or not. Shane Watson, I will just want to give some news that Shane Watson, he's fond of playing guitar, and he has been just presented with a brand new, a beautiful guitar from Nadeem Umar, who is the owner of Kotak Gladiator, to have the tunes before the match. But unfortunately his tunes against the arch rivals have turned the tables down, and Shane Watson Kotak Gladiators are out of the game, still in the competition, but they lost the match today. He tuned the guitar very well and those music, but he couldn't face the music of his opponent's team and one of the finalists of the first edition of the Pakistan Super League, Islamabad United. I want to tell you some news that he has crashed the #1 slot in the ICC Test ranking and is moved past now James Anderson after 11 wickets in the second test against Aussies, and now he has become the #1 bowler. And the last news before the break, which I want to give you, that the Islamabad pacer Roman Reis has been ruled out of the tournament. So unfortunately, as you are knowing that they are at the top of the table and they will progress and they are going well smoother than the other opponents, but no more this pacer will be with them, and might be this will be a crucial setback from them. But even then, Islamabad United team is in a very well motivated spirit. You are watching E-Awaz. This is Match Point. Keep watching E-Awaz. We will take a short break and I will be right back. Welcome back after the break. You are watching Match Point. I'm your host Dr. Adnan, and you are watching the biggest television network of the South Asia in North America. Whether it is Toronto or New York, the biggest match feeds and the biggest sports network in North America, exclusively on Match Point. And we are presenting for you the Pakistan Super League Season 3, and we are heading towards the grand finale. But after, as I told you before the break, that I will go and start the show. But before starting the show, I have to tell you about the points table. Points table have got very tricky, but as I have told you the chances, now those tricks could have been solved by you, that who will win the game and who will lose the game, and if someone wins the game, what will happen, and if someone loses the game, what will happen. Have a quick look on the points table. So this is a point table now in front of you. We can see the Islamabad United with a 9 matches played, with a 7 wins and the 2 losses, net run rate, massive net run rate of 0.467. They are leading the table with a 14 points. And in the second you can see Kotak Gladiators with a 10 matches played, with a 5 wins and the 5 losses, with a net run rate of 0.312 with a 10 points. And the third you can see the Karachi Kings with a 9 matches played, with a minus 0.118 net run rate, with 9 points on the table. Multan Sultan you can see 10 matches played with a 4 wins and 5 losses, with a net run rate of minus 0.191, with a 9 crunch points, but you can see at the back that they have finished their matches. They have no more room to compete with the rest of the teams. Now if you see just below the Multan Sultan, here we go at the number 5, Peshawar Zalmi, with a 9 matches played, with a 5 losses, 4 wins, net run rate quite better than Multan Sultan with .399. They have 8 points. So as I told you, if they beat Qalandars tomorrow, they will be through with the 10 points. At the down of the table, you can see Lahore Qalandar with a 9 matches played, with a 6 losses on the trot and wins only 3, but those also in a row with a minus .908 run rate, and they are out of the tournament. The scenario is quite clear, and I will tell you in the short story also that who remains in and who will go out, and who will go out and who will remain in. But let's go about some of the exciting matches which happened yesterday and today. So I want to sum up. First of all, I want to discuss the Qalandars versus Gladiators, the X factor of the match. Qalandars who turned the table down to the Gladiators, and Gladiators who were not willing to lose this match, and especially against Qalandars. But Qalandars became a big force while beating the Gladiators. So how it happened? Lahore Qalandars, if I tell you, I have summarized something for you which could have been very interesting for you and might be bringing some smiles on your faces. First 6 matches of the Qalandars lost all. The last 3 matches of the Qalandars winning all. Lahore Qalandars with Umar Akmal played 5 matches, lost 5 matches with Umar Akmal. Lahore Qalandar without Umar Akmal played 4 matches. They have won 3 matches out of 4 matches when they dropped Umar Akmal out of the game from Lahore Qalandars. So it could have been, you would have been knowing what I am talking about as bringing down their average, putting the batsmen early on under the pressure against the streamline bowlers. Might be if they could have taken this step, it would have worked earlier. But Lahore Qalandars, one more suggestion for me, that before going into the Super League, Lahore Qalandars should have gone with the 12 at least warm-up games, and they should have lost the 12 warm-up games, so that then they can bring the sequel out and they can win the matches for the Lahore Qalandars and for their team. Similarly, as I told that if India would have gone South Africa ahead and would have lost 4 to 5 matches and then would started the series, might be Virat Kohli's India's result in the South Africa in the Test series would have been little bit different. Anyhow, it was a time for waking up Lahore Qalandars, but I am very sorry for the Qalandars fans, if you are a Qalandar fan, that it is too late for you now. There is no turning back and you have to pack the bags. Better luck next time. Braden McCallum, the skipper of the Lahore Qalandars, I want to tell you that what he says about his team. Braden McCallum says that I like Shaheen Afridi a lot. He's a rare talent and a huge future ahead of him, and he is looking forward for this pacer in the Pakistan team. And Braden McCallum said that he will love to see Shaheen Afridi in the Pakistan side. He says that Pakistan teams, you are knowing the quadrant of the 4th fast bowlers, over the decades they have ruled the fast bowling of the world, and he said that Shaheen Shah Afridi will be an important part of that team, and he told that I am sure that he is going to be a big superstar from Pakistan. But we will have to see that Braden McCallum, whatever he says about Shaheen Shah Afridi, will it work upon his personality or not, and how much time Shaheen will take to jump into the series. But already I have told that I highly suspect that in the current West Indian series, Shaheen Shah Afridi could have been in a chance of giving the Pakistan cap. Bowling to Shane Watson, bowling to Jason Roy, bowling to Kevin Peterson. I have seen the beauty in this youngster, a beauty in this 17-year-old. Shaheen Shah Afridi has bowled his over for only 2 runs in the first over, I am saying, yesterday, which he bowled for the Qalandars against Gladiators. And don't forget that he has dismissed Shane Watson, who is also a giant killer. Shane Watson, a danger man for any team, who can turn the tables for any team. In the just 5 overs, he can change the picture of the game. And he has taken the crucial wicket, and he has almost he was going to take the KP's wicket also. So huge prospect for Shaheen Shah Afridi, and I also seeing a bright future for him, and I pray that we soon see him in the Pakistan squad. Lahore Qalandar, I just want to say some other words for Lahore Qalandar, as Lahore Qalandar is doing quite well in the later phases of the Pakistan Super League. Also, it's been quite late for them, but something fishy going on, which I want to talk about the coaches. Coaches, when I say, I talk about Kabir Khan. So two names for me: Lahore Qalandar's assistant coach Kabir Khan and fielding coach Atiku Zama. In the last two games, and especially in the last game I saw, they were not on the bench. In the Qalandars, if you see the dugout of the Qalandars, they were not with the team physio and with the team head coach Aqib Javed, who's a director of operations also in the Pakistan Cricket Board. So something is fishy, something is not going well along with the Aqib Javed. So this is a huge blow when the team is performing, when the team is gelled back together. If the management is having some dispute or they are not with the head down and with the arms together, so this could have affected the quality of the game which the players are playing and the quality of the game they should play at this prestigious level of Pakistan Super League. So they have to see and they have to rule out that what's going on behind the dugout when these important two members of the Lahore Qalandars were not going to buck up their team when they were playing the important matches in the last leg of Pakistan Super League. Anyhow, some good things from Lahore I must appreciate. Fakhr Zaman, a big name for Pakistan, favorite son of Pakistan and a favorite son of Sarfaraz, but this time Sarfaraz was not happy as he was happy in the Champions Trophy for this favorite son of Pakistan. Fakhr Zaman, brilliant innings from his 94, his highest score so far 94. He was 6 short of the magic figure of triple figures, but he was 6 short, but this is the highest score of the Pakistan Super League Season 3. Third highest score in the PSL T20, highest in the PSL 2018, highest for Lahore Qalandars, and obviously highest against the streamlined bowling of the Quetta Gladiators. United versus Sultans. Now if I go to the other one, the second biggest show, which was between the Islamabad and the Sultans. Sultan had to win this game to remain in the tournament, otherwise they were dependent on the other teams. But as you know, in this crucial setup, Wasim Akram and Shoaib Malik's Multan Sultan lost the game against the Misbah-ul Haq United. 5 wins in a row for Misbah-ul Haq United after this, and first team to reach the playoff take-a-bow. Misbah-ul Haq team, Islamabad United, they became the first team. Also by the virtue of that, Quetta Gladiators also reached there, but there is could have been slight twist in the tale. Obviously Quetta Gladiators are through, but with the rest of the chakkar of Karachi Kings and Peshawar Zalmi, little bit position could have been changed for the Quetta Gladiators from number 2 to number 3, but they are sure that they have made the last 4. But what were the prospects which made Multan Sultan lose the match against the Islamabad United? And what I think and I do believe and what I suggest, that was the lack of spinners. Lack of spinners in the Multan Sultan, as I told you in the when we were creating the hype for the Pakistan Super League and the pre-PSL show we have done. I have told you the strength and the weakness of the teams. At that time I told you that they don't have the potent spin attack in the Multan Sultan. They are more focused on the fast bowlers and especially the left-handers. But they forgot that who will become a pair of Imran Tahir in the Pakistan Super League, and this gave them a big blow in the crucial stages of the game when they needed wickets and they needed to stop the run, when they need a game changer, and here the Wasim Akram's Multan Sultan were lacking. There is a one doubt for me also, that despite having all this, Kashif Bhatti and Irfan Khan was in the team, in the squad, and I wonder that in the crunch matches why they were not given the chance. Even before the crunch matches when Multan was on the winning sequel, they should have given the ball in the hand to meet the likes of Imran Tahir from the other hand and to check whether they can go to the dream scenario or not, but the management didn't give them the chance and might be this paid Sultan the match. Why I am saying this? Because the overall economy rate, if I look upon economy rate of the spin. What was that? That was this year is 6.84 if I compare this economy rate from the fast bowling, from the pace, which was 7.56. So this was the only strongest point for which Wasim Akram or the management should have brought some potent spinner in the team, or during the drafting they should have thought this thing, that who will become the partner of Imran Tahir, keeping these things in the mind. But I don't know what was going on in their mind, but might be they would have picked up the best team. But according to my view, if the spinners, one more spinner would have been there, the things would have been changed dramatically for Multan Sultan. Multan Sultan last 4 matches in the PSL lost. While the informed team Islamabad United 5 matches lost, all matches 5, winning on the trot, and the team coming back in the style at the right time, in the right direction when they were going towards the qualifier and the last 4. Now I want to talk about the today's match, the Kings versus Zalmi. Very big match for the Karachi Kings, as you were knowing that Imad Wasim has been discharged from the hospital, but Imad was still asked for the not under observation, but he was advised to take rest if he can for a couple of days. And the starting captain, who has recently joined from the England, the morale boosting captain Ian Morgan, came into his place with a lot of things in his mind, but he could not change the fortune of Karachi Kings. And actually one man, as one Akmal was doing the failures for the Qalandars, other Akmal was doing wonders for the Zalmis. And this time the Akmal was the elder Akmal. The elder Akmal, Kamran Akmal, bristling 75, took the match away from the Karachi Kings. A quick fire, and then the 3 wicket by the Liam Dawson, and then the 2 wickets by the Wahab Riaz, and Karachi was never in the business. Imad giving Karachi a hope by his 50, but later on quick burst from the Shahid Khan Afridi. We saw the panic in the banks of Zalmi and the panic in the dugouts, but later on the things were all controlled, well set after Shahid Khan Afridi was out. Irfan Khan Jr., I think the turning point also, lot of turning points, Kamran Akmal innings, but Irfan Jr., when given the 28 runs, that proved very expensive when the lot of sixes by the Darren Semi, the big mighty skipper of the Peshawar Zalmi, sent the things out of the boundary. This is the most expensive over in the history of Pakistan Super League. Interestingly, I want to tell you that the previous expensive over was also by the Irfan Jr., but that he gave the 26 runs and he improved his own record. But the before the 26 runs in an over, that record is not only by the Irfan Jr., that has been also shared by the Sean Tate, Australian pacer. In the previous seasons of the Pakistan Super League, he has also considered the 26 runs, but now the 28 runs against the Peshawar Zalmi. This is the most expensive over in the history of Pakistan Super League. Last but not the least, we will talk about the United versus Gladiators. United versus Gladiators, power of foreign players drafting into the Islamabad United. I think this is the key to the success for Islamabad United. The same thing which I told you in the last season for the Zalmis, the induction, drafting of the foreign players and willing to play in the Pakistan. This is the key success of Zalmi, and who knows, this is the key success of Islamabad this time, and might be winning them a second title for them. And this time not other but the South African J.P. Dumini's was the man who came to rescue them. J.P. Dumini, sublime Dumini downs Quetta by a margin, and Dumini again showed why he is a wonder man for the South Africa. Dumini coming at the right place and in the right direction for Islamabad United, and with Dumini's effort now, Islamabad United, if I look upon the last 6 games, win, a double hat-trick for the Islamabad United. Again I will say, the right peak at the right direction. The defeat by the hands of United now has put Quetta Gladiators on the second position, as they were already on the second on the table. As I told you in the beginning of the program, they are on the second now, just lagging behind the Islamabad United. But one thing now I want to make sure, which I told you earlier in the show, that there is a no guarantee that Gladiators with the number 2 they will remain at the number 2. Although there is a guarantee that they will remain at the number 4, but there is a no guarantee that there will be a number 2 slot for the Viv Richards and Sarfraz Ahmed's Gladiator. How? If Karachi Kings manage to beat Islamabad on the Friday in the double header in the one game, if Kings beat United, and then Kings are gonna secure the second place. So don't forget, Kings can still be in the business. And there is also another scenario I have taken for you. If the win for Peshawar Zalmi with a better margin, I mean if Darren Sammy takes the match tomorrow with a better margin and with a good run rate, then Quetta Gladiator would also be automatically be drifted from the position 2, and Zalmis will go to the number 2 and they will go to the number 3. Now I have to close the show, but before closing the show, with a simple words who have made the television on, I will tell you once again in short story what happens next when the double header, the last double headers are going in the Pakistan Super League. If Zalmis and Kings win, then Kings will be through, Zalmis will be through, Sultans will be out. If Zalmi lost, Kings will be through, Sultans will be through, Zalmi will be out. The last scenario, if Zalmi won and Kings lost, ab khel jamega. Zalmi will go directly by winning. They are not dependent on other team. But if fourth team, Kings or Sultan, they will be stuck on neck to neck together for the playoffs, and then the net run rate will decide that who will go and who will be the lucky team to move to Lahore for eliminators, and before that to Dubai for the qualifiers. And you can guess now. I will wait for your suggestions that who will join Qalandars now on the second last on the Pakistan Super League table. So it's all set from here. Here we go to qualify for the playoff. Sultan needs Qalandar to beat Zalmi. If not, then Islamabad to beat Karachi by more than 16 runs. Kings need Qalandar to beat Zalmi. If not, then have to beat Islamabad or lose not more than 16 runs. But beware of the party spoilers. Lahore Qalandars are the big time party spoilers. As I told you earlier that whoever will come in their way, they will spoil the party. They will spoil the celebrations. And this time, it could have been anyone and could have been Zalmi. So Zalmi, get up, get ready, because Darren Sammy is eager not to give his cup to anyone. And he is willing to go to Lahore. He is willing to go to Karachi. So who knows, God will help whom. But Zalmi's vows not to go against plunder. But again I warn Zalmi's that be aware of these party spoilers, because they have nothing to lose, but these party spoilers they can spoil any party at any moment in the Pakistan Super League 3 at the given day, because they know they are practicing well with the different guys, and now they are gelled back with the 3 wins back to back with lot of confidence under the Brandon McCallum and Sohail Khan and this guy Fakhr, who can turn the tables for any team any night, as he turned the tables for Pakistan against India in the Champions Trophy grand finale. So there's a time to close the show, but before the show, what we say? Make the music loud. Killer Factor. Here we go with the Killer Factor, and then I will close the show. What's the Killer Factor? Killer Factor is not associated with a cricket. That is associated with someone else. If we can show the picture, yes, here goes the picture. You can see the picture. Rest in peace, one of the greatest minds of the world, which world has ever seen, Stephen Hawking. You and your contribution to the modern science will never be forgotten. Your legacy will outlive us all. Rest in peace. Yes, Stephen Hawking is my Killer Factor. But what's next in this Killer Factor? Something very interesting, which I have to tell you. There is something more interesting going on than the Pakistan Super League Season 3 last leg, which is having the double header. Something more interesting than this. Stephen Hawking, when he was born, do you know when he was born? If you don't, I will tell you. He was born on 8th of January. So what if he was born on 8th of January? 8th of January was not the ordinary date. 8th of January was the date when Galileo died. So he was born at the day when the greatest scientist Galileo has died. But this is not the end of my killer factor. Killer factor goes ahead. Now I tell you that when he has died, what was the day? Of course you know, that was the day 14th of March 2018. And do you know this thing? That 14th March we are coinciding the Albert Einstein birth date. So matching with the Galileo's excellence and matching with the excellence of Albert Einstein, we have Stephen Hawking. This is my killer factor, and I hope you would have enjoyed the show. And next time when I will bring the show, we would have been very clear that who are the last four who are going to be playing in the eliminators and the grand finale, and who are going to the Lahore and who are going to Karachi, who will go home and who will stay in the Pakistan Super League. But for all this info, you have to be tuned in to the E-Awaz, the biggest South Asian television network in North America and the biggest cricket show in the North America, Match Point. So it's a time for Dr. Adnan to say goodbye from here. Take care and bye-bye.